Samira, welcome to day 276 of our Be a Better You annual challenge. This year, we are doing one thing every day to be a better human being, a better version of ourselves. We're just doing a little thing every day, right? Because if we do one little thing every day, we have a huge positive impact on our life, setting an example for those around us and on the world at large, which is kind of what I want to see myself do, and I hope you want to see yourself do that too. So today, we entered into the realm of our actual physical being, our physical health, our physical well-being yesterday. Actually, the day before. We talked about already on October 3rd. Don't like to say the date, but I did, so oopsie. So today we're talking about, yesterday we talked about and we looked at our thoughts and beliefs. And I was actually just going over mine, which is why I've discombobulated and got sidetracked this morning. And then thinking about our core values. Because once we know what physical health and well-being means to us, once we know what our thoughts and beliefs are around our physical health and well-being, and then once we know what our core values are and what's absolutely positively our highest priorities and most important to us, we can decide how we're going to get there. Because chances are, at least I know for myself, I'm not exactly where I want to be. And that's what I got trapped on this morning. I'm like, okay, well, I hate to say it, but one of my beliefs and thoughts is I'm not where I want to be. I want to be improving. And so that creates this gap that we're going to fill, of course, at least twice this month as we go through the processes and the tools that I like to share because they've been so helpful to me in all the different areas and aspects of my life. There's a little moth on my stand. Funny. So actually, I think it's a sticker, but my eyes think it's a moth. All right, so today, what are we doing? We're going to examine and look at, just like if you've been with me before, every month, whatever area of the life framework we're working on, we first define it, and this process has evolved over time as I've done the annual challenges, but we're to the point where now I really like it and I think it's working really well. And so we define what the area means to us. We have to know what our definition is before we can even do anything else. Then we have to look at, okay, well, what are our thoughts and beliefs around this? Because whether we're aware of them or not, they're impacting us every day, every decision, every step of the way. So we want to make sure we know what they are. And then if we look at and we really are open and upfront with our core values, because our core values are the things that are most important to us. If we know what those are, it makes decision making, it makes our choices, it makes the opportunities that we see in the world, it makes the little things almost automatic. We will filter everything through, we already do, but on a subconscious level, our thoughts, our beliefs, and our core values. And we want to make sure that we are choosing what those filters are, not just letting it happen by default. I know I spent about 20 years of my life just going through the motions and just in survival mode. Didn't work out very well for me, but I'm still here because I had an event that helped me to see that that wasn't working out for me and I better make some massive changes or I wouldn't be here anymore. I wouldn't be here for the people I love and care about. So today, our action item is to identify, and I say let's brainstorm using our 10-3-1 tool, and that's what I already set up in my handy dandy annual challenge journal, is 1 through 10. I'm going to brainstorm at least 10 physical core values that I have. I already picked a couple. I'll share them if I get a magnifying glass. Daily movement and continuous improvement. I need to exercise and move every single day. I've had arthritis since I was in my 20s, my very early 20s, and I know that as much as it hurts sometimes to get up and moving, the sooner I get up and moving and work through that, the better I am. So I know that I need to do that. Diet and nutrition reset. It's one of those areas I know I haven't been being as good as I could be or taking as good a care of myself as I could, and so I know that that's a big one for me. Okay, so look at, I'm already jumping way ahead to action steps of what to do about these things, not what my core values are. So what are my core values? Physical fitness and health, appropriate for my age. I don't want to say appropriate for my age. I'd like to have it be appropriate for somebody 20 years younger than me. Listening to my inner being and knowing when it comes to making decisions and choices. So I would say consistency, resilience, because sometimes stuff happens and we don't want to do it. So consistency, resilience are two of my core values. Energy is a huge one for me. I want to make sure that I'm in the position to have the energy I want to do the things I want in my personal life as well as in my professional life. That means I want to be able to keep up with my 3 amazing little granddaughters. Heck, I want to even be able to keep up with my kids. So I want to just brainstorm today, and I obviously haven't done it yet, and I'm inviting you to too. But for our area of physical health and well-being, what are the things that are most important to us? What are our values around that? Maybe it's a certain diet that you absolutely are a vegan or a vegetarian. Maybe it's around physical fitness and physical activity and exercise. I've got definitely core values around that I didn't have 10, 15 years ago, but they're definitely inherent in my being now. So what are we doing? We are brainstorming 10, and we're going to share 3 in the comments below. Your top 3 core values, physical core values, meaning about your physical being. Rest and sleep and pausing and re-energizing. I think that should be on almost everybody's. But there's a reason that human beings sleep every night, right? We need to recharge our batteries. That's when our bodies heal, etc. So what are your core values around this? And what I like to do then, and we'll do this in, I think, November or December, probably December, we'll look at all of the core values. We'll take out and we'll write down the whole list of 27. If you have 3 from each of the life framework areas, that's 3 times 9, 27. Working on math with the granddaughters. And we'll see what can we combine, what can we merge, because it's really helpful if we can get that list down to maybe a handful of core values. It just makes our decision making for our entire life way easier. All right. Any questions about this? I'm obviously on a different wavelength today, but if I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Go out, make it an amazing day. I'll, of course, see you tomorrow.